with the up face on the right now. So I need to switch these two, so I have the blue here and the orange here, because it doesn't really matter. So use the algorithm, and now the blue center is finally done. Now let's go to the red center. There's one red center here, so for that, do the center switching algorithm, and one of the centers is here. The last one is on the other face, which is here. So this edge, this corner center, or outer center, needs to go here. Instead of doing a single center switching algorithm, every time you go down on one of the faces, you go down twice. So this will be twice, this will be twice, this will be twice, and this will be twice. And you've solved the red face. And the last face is, the last two faces to be solved are the green and the orange, the last two centers. And you just need to do a basic corner center switching algorithm, and you're done with all the centers. Now you will do the, you will solve the edges, the last edges. I have here one of the edges in the middle of the rest of the edges. So for that, I can insert it on the other edge where it needs to be inserted. Internal U2, or can easily get the piece here where it needs to match up with the rest. So pull this edge, now that it's aligned, pull this edge out so you can align the rest of the face again, so the centers are solved, and insert the edge back down, and you have solved this edge. The rest of the edges are magically solved. What the hell? Sorry about that, but if you by any chance have one of the edges here, I'll quickly do. Okay, if you have an edge on the top and you need to insert it here, just do the mirror of the other algorithm that I taught you, which was, instead of putting the edge here and inserting it here, you will now put the edge on this side and insert it here. So insert it on this side, align it, and insert it, and align the centers, insert this corner, insert this corner. Now you've noticed that with this algorithm, one of the corners is misaligned, but with F2L you can easily change it back to its original position, and the corner is now switched. Now for the last layer, you will use the beginner's method. The beginner's method involves making the high number of looks OLL, sorry, which means you will start with a point, then with the L, then with a line, and then finally with a cross. So you will look for the most number of pieces that will construct this shape, one of the shapes. So for example, if I have no edges yellow, or some edges yellow, but a very few number of edges, I can proceed to classify the face as a point. I can classify this face as an L because it has most of the edges here and all the edges here, so it means that it actually is an L, or most of an L, just one of the edges is missing. So do the algorithm to form the cross. This is to put all of the edges yellow, or most of the edges yellow. Now that you've done that, you can use edge switching algorithms to insert one of the edges into another edge in parallel situations. So I would change this edge with this edge, so the yellow and blue will go to the yellow and blue here, and this orange and yellow will go to this orange and yellow. So for that, I will use the edge switching algorithm. And here it is. Now, for the other edges, you'll use the exact same algorithm. You can use advanced methods, but this is just to be simplistic. I will use the beginner's method, or the general method or algorithm for it. So this will go here and this will go here. Same edge switching algorithm. And here it is. 2 edges are already solved. Last 2 edges are here. And now you will need to change the edges as if you were using the beginner's method. So strategically, you will now consider these 2 as solved. And to consider these 2 as solved and these 2 as unsolved, you will do the algorithm, and these 2 will remain in the same place, and these 2 will switch, so they will solve themselves. And for that, you will need to do the algorithm to change the both of the edges, and now they are parallel. Now, you may notice what happened to me, which was these. You cannot change this piece with this piece because both are yellow and orange. To change this piece with this piece, it will involve you to flip this this edge here, so you can change this with this. So first we'll use the edge flipping algorithm. And then you will use the edge flipping algorithm. And now you've solved the layer as a 3x3. You can now solve it as a 3x3. So use OLL and use PLL. And you solved the 5x5 layer by layer. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Thank you for watching.